Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bamm Raw TV. I'm Bamm, aka the 411 Giant. I want you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you know my next video come out. Now, on this video, I'm gonna tell you about the difference in some of the procedures, even those who've been incarcerated, they've been in jail, in USPs, in FCIs, even in the state prison. The difference of the level of being in ADX with the simplest thing. When you get to ADX, they got, when I got there, they had the rib splitters. They had the sticks with the little balls on the end of them that they can press them against your rib, and it's gonna feel like your rib been broken. All they do is separate your rib, but it's gonna make it feel like it's been broken, and it's gonna take a lot of resistance out of you. And when you come in there, they usually have them, and they will pull you up, and they'll put you in a room, and they will tell you, hey, if you're there for assaulting the officer, they will take your handcuffs completely off, and they will tell you it's the last opportunity you're gonna have when you're not handcuffed around the officer. If there's anything you need to do or you want to do, you should do it now. And you're gonna look around and look at the five officers with their sticks and everything else. And if you're a smart man, you're just gonna nod and let them put the cuffs back on you and let them change you out, and then you're going into the system. Also, if you're a person who has escaped, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna take everything off and say this is gonna be your last opportunity to have a chance at escaping, because from now on, you're gonna have so much jewelry on you, you won't be able to move without claiming. You got your charge there. What you do, you just play the role and going on back. Now, once you get you into ADX, remember this is super max. That means all your tentative privilege that you had and some of the rights that you had, they've been dissolved by the fact that you've been considered too dangerous to be on the compound. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, your security level has went up so high that it actually deprives you of some natural rights. And so that's why you have to get that A&O book. You have to learn what rights that you still have. So when you get the ADX, it's a thing that, like I said again, people who have been locked up in the state, locked up in the USPs, locked up in the FCIs, this is the thing that you wouldn't understand, especially when you're a SAM, Special Administrative Management, which I was, Silverstein was, Larry Hoover, people like that is. And when you on this special security like that, of being the highest of the highest of the most dangerous of the most dangerous, they got a different way of dealing with us. We don't want to go to the hospital. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want to get sick. We don't want to go to the hospital, because going to the hospital, which when you in a USP, in the FCI, or in the state prison, is a joyride. In the state prison, in the FCI, in the USP, they put you on a van, they take you to a hospital. When they take you to that designated hospital, you're looking out the windows of the van, you're looking at the new cars, you're looking at the women, the people, you're looking at all the sights, you're looking at the trees, you're looking at everything, you're just enjoying the scenery. Then when you get there, they're gonna take you in there, two guards gonna take you in there, gonna sit with you. People gonna pass by, you're gonna see ladies, you're gonna see friends, you're gonna see people, they're gonna pass by, you're gonna look at them, you're gonna be able to nod at them and go on. And so when you go back to a jail from that type of experience, you feel good because you had a piece of the outside world. So it's worth the trip. That ain't the case in ADX. When you reach my level and you get on SAMs, that ain't the case. Going to the hospital is hell. Going to the hospital is hell, you hear me? Number one, because it takes so much security to take one of us to the hospital. They got to make sure. Me, I had a hernia from lifting my weight bag. My hernia started like this here. They could have put a little belt on it. They waited till my hernia was out the size of an apple. But I had to contact my lawyers, and my lawyer had to force them to take me to get medical attention. And that was the worst thing I probably ever done. I would have rather live with the pain than to go to the hospital like that. They took me down there. I'm feeling real good because I think I'm gonna get to see cars, I'm gonna get to see people, I'm gonna get to see houses. I'm just gonna get to see some outside world. They took me to the van. I step up in the van. They got a metal box inside the van. The metal box inside the van has a chair in it. They put you in that chair and they cuff you to this chair. The door that they shut got a little square in there that they can look in there. And they put you in there and you like this. You can't see nobody, can't nobody see you because it's a metal box. You inside a metal box. It's actually two. One for this side, one for this side. And you sit on this chair and you handcuffed to this chair. And you driving down that mountainside. The car feel like it's about to turn over, and the van feel like it's about to turn over, and they doing a $150. And all you can think about is what's gonna happen if they go off one of these mountain roads and they flip, van go up, it's in flames. Do you think these officers are gonna risk endangering themselves trying to get this van open, unlock this door, take this lock off of this door, open this door, come in and unchain me from being locked down to the chair that I'm locked in? Nobody in their right mind believe that these officers gonna do that. So when you back there, you just thinking, when he flip it, I'm dead. If he have a wreck, I'm dead. You're terrified the whole time you going to the doctor's office. And when he make it to the doctor's office, if he make it to the doctor's office, you go there. They're gonna go in. You're not gonna get to see nobody. You're not gonna get to wink at nobody. You're not gonna get to look at nobody. The whole range that you go on is gonna be cleared out. They're gonna bring the police through the back. They're gonna bring the guards through the back way. When the guards come through the back way, they got their assault weapons. They're gonna clear it out first. Then they're gonna clear the parking lot. It's gonna be 6 officers, 5 to 6 officers on the parking lot at every entrance, looking for anybody who could be a threat. Then it's gonna be 3 more that take you inside. They're gonna be already cleared the whole range. You ain't gonna see nobody passing by like you do on any other hospital excursion. Ain't nobody gonna pass through. Ain't nobody gonna walk down your range but the doctors and the nurses. They're gonna clear that whole range. And then that's when you realize that it cost them so much money with the manpower, with the certain things they had to go through to take you to the hospital. That's outside hospital. That's why they hate taking you out there, because it's a whole lot of trouble. It takes a whole lot. I mean, it's expensive to them to take you out there to the hospital. And so now I go. They took me to the hospital going on. They brought me back. They sewed me up for my hernia. And pain medicine they give you at the hospital and tell you, hey, he need to take this here for 5 days because he in the pain. When you get back to the hospital, they're going to give you Tylenol. That pain medicine they gave you, they not giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving it to you. They're going to give you some Tylenol. You're going to have to deal with the pain on it. When I had my hernia operation, I slept on the floor for about 5 days before I could even get up in the bed. But This is the difference between discouraging or going out in the federal system at a USP or Supermax. See, ADX, Supermax, it's great. USP is secure enough. FCI, lackadaisia. So it's a difference in the level of people, in the level of the guards, level of the conditions, in that type of environment. So some of the things that you would love to take the trip on going outside just to see people do, it's not worth it. It's Supermax ADX. And one of the reasons they also have us behind in the box, so can't nobody see us or identify us, is because what's gonna happen when somebody sees somebody like El Chapo, knowing that if you flip that van and get him up out there, Jimmy, you paid in full. Same thing with some of the other heads. You paid in full. You get them up out that van. So the whole thing is not to let anybody see you so they will not be tempted. Me, I was just a casualty of war because I did have a violent streak and had multiple assault on officers. So I fit in that category, not because I had men or new men who would come to get me. Because most of my men that was capable of doing that and able to do that, they got indicted when I got indicted. So I just had my young homies out there. So this again, I'm telling you the difference between USPs, FCIs, state prison, and the medical trend when you go to the medical ride to the hospital. It ain't no joke. Them folks got you locked. They got you locked in a box where you're afraid for your life every rough bump they hit. So again, it's just a little short reason why not to go to any penitentiary, but definitely not federal penitentiary. And check me out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you know when I come out with my next video. So it's Bamm, 411 Jive. Much love and respect.